for years to come and impact, hundreds of students throughout their duration.
We're very excited about the partnership. Palm Oak Subaru has been our adopters for the last 4 years. They've invested in our community and our teachers. This kind of donation means the most because teachers get a chance to spend the donations on supplies for their classrooms.
This is going to be very helpful for me and my scholars. As I start my first year here, we're going to be able to use these tools in the classroom, and I'm just very grateful for the opportunity.
We describe characters. How do we describe them?
What they do, what they say.
It's good to have that outside support. We get it, of course, here at North Jackson by our amazing principal, but it's also good to know that people outside in the community care about what we do here every day as well.
The JPS Joy Parent Cruise sets sail with purpose and promise, bringing together a sea of families, educators, and community partners for an evening of connection and discovery.
So our department consists of occupational therapists, physical therapists, speech therapists.
Booths showcased the incredible resources, programs, and opportunities available throughout Jackson Public Schools.
Parents can know about our resources that we have for our scholars as well as some of our community partners.
From innovative academic programs to parent engagement initiatives, every display reflected the district's mission to inspire and support scholar success. Parents and families explored exhibits, met with JPS staff, and gained insights into how the district is moving forward. Community partners were also there, reinforcing the strong collaboration between JPS and local organizations dedicated to making a difference. The JPS Joy Cruise was not just an event, but a celebration of the partnership between JPS and the families we serve. Surprise, celebration, and applause filled the air as JPS honored a group of extraordinary team members who go above and beyond for our scholars. This year's honorees include Parent of the Year.
Being a pillar in the Jackson Public School community is awesome. Being able to support our kids, being able to give back, it is a blessing, and I am truly honored, and this is very fulfilling. So I really do appreciate the SPAN staff for nominating me, and I'm grateful.
An incredible Teacher of the Year.
This award was really special because when they called my name, just to be commended and with all of my peers and all the other teachers who were there, just to hear them screaming for me, that lets me know that I've made partnerships and collaborations with my peers throughout the district, and I was very, very humbled by that.
A hard-working Support Staff of the Year.
To receive this award was very surprising. Standing next to the group of women that I was standing next to is amazing to win. We all work together and continue to do the work for parents and educators within the district.
The Dedicated District Leader of the Year.
It's an absolute honor. It feels amazing to be recognized by my peers and my colleagues to receive this prestigious award in the district. I go to work every day to try to be the best support I can to ensure that we have certified teachers in the classrooms, amazing support staff, to build those positive relationships with everyone, and to just make sure that we're doing the best that we can to get the right people in the right place to help drive success within our district.
An Inspiring Administrator of the Year.
Well, it's always nice to be rewarded for your efforts and what you do each and every day. The biggest reward, however, comes with making sure that my students are successful each and every day. And it's not an I, it's a team approach to what we do at Callaway each and every day. We just work hard to make sure our students are successful.
Each of these honorees represents the heart and soul of JPS.
I'm very clear that any successes that we have is because we've got great people. It's because we've got people who are in position, who care about our children, care about the district, and work really, really hard, many times without any kind of notoriety. And so we just want to try to create opportunities to celebrate them and let them know we see you, and we appreciate you. We appreciate all that you do for our school district.
creativity on display at Casey Elementary School.
Tonight is our Arts After Dark event. This is our opportunity to share with the community and our families what we're doing here at Casey Elementary.
With musical performances, dancing, crafts, and more.
We teach through arts integration, and so this is a celebration, a showcase of all that we do. We have a community mural going on. We have performances going on, dance performances. And so what it's basically given our community, our family and our community an opportunity to see is how children are immersed in learning at Casey Elementary.
Guys, Wave Shaker Shaker, we're having arts in the park, having a great time. We love this school. There's no other place we'd rather be.
Creating and face painting, all of that is just the best part about being here.
Arts After Dark showcased passion for music and arts, reminding us all why Casey Elementary is a shining star for creativity.
We always say Casey Elementary, where the arts make us smart, but we want to allow families an opportunity to see what that actually means. So that's why we're here. This is an opportunity to connect with our community and share some JPS joy.
2 hops this time. 2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stomps.
This is the FedEx Cares Operation Warm event, where we're giving out jackets to the students here at Span Elementary School. This is a great opportunity for FedEx to give back to our community every way we can. We love this yearly event, and the students love when we come and interact with them.
The kids are super excited. They were asking why do they have to take out their coats and things like that, and can I get a new coat, and can I pick out a certain color. They've been asking me to take pictures of them, zip up my coat. They've already been putting their hoods on and showing me how it fits and things like that, so they are super excited about these coats.
I think it's very helpful because some people don't have any clothes.
It has the inside of it is green and the outside is black. It looks great. It is great. It feels comfortable, and I think I can go in the winter with this.
It's important to show that FedEx cares and that we're able to volunteer, give back every chance we get. The name of our operation, FedEx Cares, is important to show that we care about everyone that we interact with every day.
What we're doing here is the Marketplace event, which is the culminating event of our Gifted Project in Entrepreneurship. The children have come up with products, named their products, produced their products, and they will be selling them to the student body.
These are basically bracelets and rings. They're all handmade, and I did the packaging, and they have the labels on the back of them.
Okay, so I got candy grapes, candy watermelon, and candy apples.
I'm selling lemonade for $2 each.
I'm selling bracelets, and the glass beads are $2. The clay beads are $3.
Well, Candy Coated Dreams is a candy apple made from Granny Smith apples and strawberry flavored covering for the flavor.
We went over entrepreneurship on how to become an entrepreneur. Then they decided what type of product they wanted to sell, what price they wanted to sell it for. We didn't tell them anything about it other than showing them how to get set up, and and everything had to be homemade.
So you gotta have like a good business plan and cooperate with each other and to make more profit of what you bought.
Learning about business to be able to be independent and to make your own business and not just depend on some type of corporate.
At the end of the day, you have to cooperate with people, and you have to have good communication skills and have people want to buy from you.
Since this is simulating real-time, real-world business skills, 40% of the proceeds, which would normally be taxes, materials bought, advertising, etc., we will be donating to charity. And the children voted, and we will be donating 40% of this to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Some will take pictures of all their booths to get kind of graded on their creativity. And whether or not they made a profit or not, whether they figured up exactly what they needed to charge and how much they needed to spend on materials and things like that.
Pretty much every outcome in the gifted curriculum has been touched on in this, be it real-world skills, working with others, artistic skills. You can see it on their booths. Everything connects to our curriculum.
I think if more schools did stuff like this, it'll get more kids who want to learn more about entrepreneurship and all that.
Working here, it teaches you about entrepreneurship and how to run a business when you get older and decide to run one.
So our middle college students are working with our Department of Continuing Education. So we have some GED students coming over, and our middle college students are working with them to help prepare them, help them build up the skills that they need to pass their GED test.
This one was your quick. This is my first year in it because we're the first cohort of the Jackson Middle College, and honestly, it's a great experience to be able to be with my peers as a top of Jackson Public Schools to become math teachers in Jackson Public Schools as well.
So that entails incorporating.
I really enjoy it. I like that I'm learning new things. And like it's mostly this, for the summer program, it's mostly refreshing our knowledge, making sure we know the necessary things so that when we go into college next year, we'll be able to keep up with everything.
It's an amazing collaboration. It's giving our middle college students experience with one-on-one tutoring, providing remediation, meeting the students where they are and helping build them up.
Scholars, families, and friends packed the house at Kirksey Middle School to get a closer look at the advanced academic opportunities that Jackson Public Schools has to offer.
We're having a great time tonight. It's our third annual special programs vendor fair here at Kirksey Middle School. And as you can hear and as you can see, parents are trickling in as they get ready to venture out into all the special program offerings that we have in the district.
We're excited to showcase the amazing opportunities that we have across the district for special programs, and our parents are really excited to leverage some incredible choices and options for their scholars.
We want to make sure all of our scholars have something that's tailored to their gifts, their aptitudes, their talents. So as young as our elementary scholars are able to enter into Montessori or International Baccalaureate programs, as well as APAC programming. And so when we move into our middle schools, we've got APAC and IB program, as well as our high schools. We're excited because we have JTEX here, that's our dual enrollment programs there at Tougaloo, and Jackson Middle College, where by the time you finish, you'll be a certified math teacher.
Our community, Jackson, we should know all of the opportunities that are afforded to our scholars. Me being a first-generation college student, it is very important that students know that there is a pathway to have a tuition-free education, college degree through our program.
The Special Programs Fair offered scholars and their families an opportunity to meet JPS staff and to explore special programs like Jackson Middle College, APAC, Arts Integration, Early College, International Baccalaureate, and Montessori. The Special Programs Fair was also an opportunity for parents to learn about current and future plans for JPS.
Next fall, we're really excited to bring our scholars from Wells APAC up the hill to Bailey APAC. Our historic building will be reopening. We made major investments, over $21 million in the Bailey building with new lighting and a whole host of infrastructure improvements that we're excited for our scholars to be able to benefit from. That really leans into our commitment to a joyful learning environment.
There were musical performances, dancing, and raffle drawings. The JPS Special Programs Fair gave families a glimpse of the future for scholars eager to excel in their academic journeys.
Everybody has to do their part and then some. We can help our scholars to win on the basketball court, in the swimming pool, in band competitions, on stage, speech and debate, developing AI-enhanced technologies, or anywhere else. And yes, that includes in their coursework.
Happy New Year, and welcome back to the entire Jackson Public Schools family. I hope you've had a restful and joyful holiday break and that you got to spend it with those that you love and recharging for the months and the work ahead. As we begin this new chapter, this new semester of the school year, this new year, let's approach it with purpose and determination. Whether you're preparing for important milestones or exploring new learning opportunities, or setting personal goals, this is your opportunity to shine and achieve at even greater levels. Remember, you are a part of a proud community of learners, and you're supported by teachers and staff and family members who believe in your limitless potential. As you know, we started this year really strong. We were able to consolidate several of our schools and still get our scholars to school and have a wonderful experience. We've been able to increase salaries for our team members, and we launched the start of a planning process for Lake Hico. So we know that we're already off to a wonderful start, but I'd love to just highlight a few of our team members and a few of the things that we've done already this year.
In October 2024, JPS scholars from the Global Citizenship Project traveled to Washington, D.C., exploring history and culture. They visited the National Museum of African American History and met Congressman Benny Thompson's staff to discuss advocacy and representation. Nadia Wright, a senior at Murrah High School, was named a National Student Poet, one of just 5 nationwide. Representing the Southeast, she will lead workshops and share her poetry, empowering young writers. Sabria Jordan, a 12th grade visual arts student at Ida B. Wells APAC, was named a 2024-25 National Honor Society National Student Council Ambassador, representing the Southeast region with her dedication to art education and leadership. Asia Scott, a senior at Forest Hill High School and Jackson Middle College, was named an Educators Rising National Student Ambassador, honoring her leadership in inspiring future educators. Jackson Middle College helps address the math teacher shortage by preparing students to earn degrees in mathematics education. Dr. Diane Smith of Wells APAC was named the 2024 Mississippi Science Teaching Association Conference Outstanding Elementary Science Teacher, all for her dedication to hands-on learning. She was honored at the MSTA conference in October 2024. Daphne Colbert, a Blackburn Middle School teacher, released her first book, Elizabeth's School Blues, in April 2024. The book centers on overcoming test anxiety, inspiring young readers to embrace courage and confidence. Principal Yasantas Burton of John Hopkins Elementary School is recognized for embodying the JPS core values. Through themed attire, parent engagement, and community service, Principal Burton and her team foster a vibrant, joyful school environment. For the first time in over a decade, our kindergarten enrollment has increased, growing from 678 students in 2015 to 809 in 2025. This achievement is a testament to the success of the Early Learning Pre-K Collaborative and the district's improved performance. Jackson Public Schools received a more than $500,000 COPS hiring grant from the U.S. Department of Justice to enhance safety by adding officers to the campus enforcement team over the next 5 years, improving officer presence, and addressing key areas of concern.
Let's make the second half of this school year one to remember. Stay focused, stay curious, and always believe in the greatness within you. I'm wishing you all a productive and inspiring Start to 2025.
Teriyaki chicken, General TSO chicken, fried rice, egg roll. Gotta love it.
So we're excited to announce a partnership with Walker Quality Services and their team of chefs to introduce new and fresh ideas for our scholars.
So today we have a Asian stir-fry wok bar that we're featuring today. Today is going to show them how to eat fresh vegetables, vibrant colors with the nutrients, showing a different culture in everyday school luncheon.
Today is Asian Stir-Fry Day. We've got a team of chefs in here demonstrating to our staff how to stir-fry vegetables and prepare Asian dishes, and also exposing Jackson Public School students to Asian dishes.
We aim on creating healthy meals, appealing meals, so our students can eat and our eatership go up and everybody makes good grades.
Exposure is important. It is to expose our young folks to different cuisine throughout not just Mississippi but the United States, being able to explore other cultures on a daily basis.
If you work in child nutrition, you're here for the kids. So instead of talking about it, we want to show it through our actions. We want to train, we want to mentor these ladies, take them from cafeteria workers to culinary and creative people.
We have several teachers here from the Philippines, so giving our kids a little bit of experience on how they eat and their nutritional values will kind of just blend together and help bridge the connection between our culture and their culture.
So you got an option choice of fried rice, noodles, teriyaki chicken, sweet and sour chicken, complemented by an egg roll, fortune cookie, and pizza of the day, sloppy joe with fry on a slider, fresh fruit, fresh veggies, salad option.
We're bringing restaurant-style quality foods to the cafeteria. We're doing the stir-fry today, so this is our student knockoff to Panda Express, bringing in things that you see in restaurants into the school district.
There you go.
There's been an overwhelmingly positive response to the demonstration and the serving and the taste of the food.
We have 4 schools today that are doing the walk bar. We also got wing bar coming. We got a burrito bar coming. We got a fajita toss, Italian toss. All that is coming in this new school year for these kids.
This has been a great experience for our kids. Hopefully we'll have them within our building more often, doing some of the other different food bars that they have.
One of the biggest deal is we want to change the mindset of cafeteria food. We want to less throwing away and more eating. Less bringing from the outside and more eating in the cafeteria, because what they eat on the outside, we serve in the inside. So our services provide menus, recipes, concepts, and training, one-on-one training in person. But you guys mimic that today, and I was looking at each and every one of you trying to small talk, and you guys know what you're doing. So I give you guys kudos because I haven't seen this in a long time over here in the school.
All right, thank you, Shaya.
Move to Learn, ms.org. It's a free program. It's a teaching tool designed for teachers all over the state of Mississippi, but it's been used all over the world and all over the nation. And it's just 5 minutes of movement. 5 minutes of movement when boys and girls are not engaged, and the teacher recognizes that. She asks them to stand up. She go to a menu. She pull videos from pre-K through 12th grade, whichever is age appropriate. They do 5 minutes of movement. When they sit down, things get better academically. There's a research and data that show that there's a correlation between movement and academic performance.
Don't stop, don't stop. Get it, get it, get it.
I believe in physical education. I believe in the power of movement and its connection to learning. And so just to have this program and be able to give it to our kids is something I'm very excited about today.
And what we want to do is make sure every child and every teacher has just one more tool to help them be successful in all the schools all across the state.
Surprise, celebration, and applause filled the air as JPS honored a group of extraordinary team members who go above and beyond for our scholars. This year's honorees include Parent of the Year.
Being a pillar in the Jackson Public School community is awesome. Being able to support our kids, being able to give back, it is a blessing, and I am truly honored, and this is very fulfilling. So I really do appreciate the SPAN staff for nominating me, and I'm grateful.
An incredible Teacher of the Year.
This award was really special because when they called my name, just to be commended and with all of my peers and all the other teachers who were there, just to hear them screaming for me, that lets me know that I've made partnerships and collaborations with my peers throughout the district, and I was very, very humbled by that.
A hard-working Support Staff of the Year.
To receive this award was very surprising. Standing next to the group of women that I was standing next to is amazing to win. We all work together and continue to do the work for parents and educators within the district.
The Dedicated District Leader of the Year.
It's an absolute honor. It feels amazing to be recognized by my peers and my colleagues to receive this prestigious award in the district. I go to work every day to try to be the best support I can to ensure that we have certified teachers in the classrooms, amazing support staff, to build those positive relationships with everyone. And to just make sure that we're doing the best that we can to get the right people in the right place to help drive success within our district.
An Inspiring Administrator of the Year.
Well, it's always nice to be rewarded for your efforts and what you do each and every day. The biggest reward, however, comes with making sure that my students are successful each and every day. And it's not an I, it's a team approach to what we do at Callaway each and every day. We just work hard to make sure our students are successful.
Each of these honorees represents the heart and soul of JPS.
I'm very clear that any successes that we have is because we've got great people. It's because we've got people who are in position, who care about our children, care about the district, and work really, really hard, many times without any kind of notoriety. And so we just want to try to create opportunities to celebrate them and let them know we see you, and we appreciate you. We appreciate all that you do for our school district.
This parade began 2010, originally as the Jim Hill High School Homecoming Parade. Now it has morphed into the West Jackson Vernon Hartley Community Parade. And so today we're celebrating the B rating at Jim Hill High School. Well, it's very important for us twofold. One, that Mr. Hartley gives us an opportunity to have a vast understanding of civic education in schools. Also, it gives an opportunity for others who are outside our community to come within our community to know that our community is now a safe community.
We have our annual open house, which allows parents to come in and see what new resources that we have, because education is continuously evolving. So with that, we try to get those resources in for our parents to help their scholars when they are struggling in class, or just to keep them abreast with the subjects in school.
I decided to come out just to see what tools they have for the scholars, and I do have one child that is actually a senior at Provine, and just to see all the different things that they offer, from the pediatrics people that they have, and also the different activities that they'll be having coming up for the summer.
We like to invite some of our community partners and adopters to come out, so we have several of them set up today, as well as giving them a tour of the facility. Our facility goes from pre-K all the way to the freshman year of college. We have partnered with Jackson State and Tougaloo with some of our programs for our scholars. So just to let them know that we're still here for them when they start their freshman year, first semester of college.
But this is so awesome that the different things that they offer the kids to be able to excel and go higher and be productive citizens of the community.
Jackson Public Schools invites you to take charge of your finances at our Parent and Family Financial Literacy Engagement on Thursday, January 16th at Chastain Middle School. Learn from experts about budgeting, investing, debt recovery, and growing your savings. Plus, explore credit building, home ownership, and retirement planning. Visit the Financial Literacy booths from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. with sessions at 9, 10, 11 a.m., 12 noon, 1 p.m., and 5 p.m. Empower your future with JPS.
So we're so excited today that we could give back to our adopters. We have several adopters and specialty partners at McWillie who are always pouring into our children every day of the year. And so this is just a way that we can give back to them. So we provided breakfast for them today, and our performing arts students are putting on a performance for them. It's so important because we need to show our adopters how important they are to us, and it's just a token of appreciation that we can show them how much they mean to us.
This is the FedEx Cares Operation Warm event where we're giving out jackets to the students here at Span Elementary School. This is a great opportunity for FedEx to give back to our community every way we can. We love this yearly event, and the students love when we come and interact with them.
The kids are super excited. They were asking why do they have to take out their coats and things like that, and can I get a new coat, and can I pick out a certain color. They've been asking me to take pictures of them, zip up my coat. They've already been putting their hoods on and showing me how it fits and things like that, so they are super excited about these coats.
I think it's very helpful because some people don't have any clothes.
It has the inside of it is green and the outside is black. It looks great. It is great. It feels comfortable, and I think I can go in the winter with this.
It's important to show that FedEx cares and that we're able to volunteer, give back every chance we get. The name of our operation, FedEx Cares, is important to show that we care about everyone that we interact with every day.
You're watching Jackson Public Schools Television, where excellence in education inspires the power of people and possibilities. Celebrating the rich cultural heritage of our Hispanic scholars, JPS hosted the English Learners Hispanic Heritage Celebration at Forest Hill High School. The ceremony, conducted in both English and Spanish, featured musical performances. Scholars who have excelled at mastering the English language were recognized and honored for their achievements. With awards in hand, these scholars represent a bridge between two worlds, Spanish and English, united in their pursuit of knowledge and success. And a warm welcome from JPS Superintendent Dr. Eric L. Green.
It's important for all of us to know more about others and how to communicate with others so that we can truly be the family that we were meant to be.
The keynote speaker, a medical doctor who came to America as a child, shared her personal journey, showing how the dream of education is attainable for all.
And believe it or not, I can completely relate to many of the things that you and or your child have experienced or are experiencing. When I immigrated or matriculated through school, we did not have ESL programs. So I still remember the painful lesson in trying to learn English.
wonderful opportunity for us to cater specifically to the Hispanic community and especially to our Spanish-speaking families. So we just try to do something that's special for them, show them that we care for them and appreciate them.
The English Learners Hispanic Heritage Celebration ended with a delicious meal, a perfect conclusion to a celebration of cultures coming together. The 2024 JPS District Reading Fair was alive with energy, celebrating creativity and the power of books. A warm welcome from JPS administrators.
The Reading Fair is one of our special programs that we do and we work around with our students.
As we engage in reading, we learn things about ourselves. We learn things about others. We can enrich our lives through the joy of reading.
What you have behind me and before you are the students that won first place at their school reading fair.
And so today, we're here to celebrate your tremendous accomplishment of representing your schools at the District Reading Fair.
The event kicked off with an uplifting performance that set a joyful tone. The room came alive with performances that celebrated storytelling, imagination, and the joy of learning.
We're just grateful as a district to be leading, if you will, in this effort to ensure that our reading fairs continue to support our students and teachers along the way.
An inspiring message reminded everyone that books are the key to unlocking the magic within ourselves.
Reading is a lost art because you have so many electronic devices that you're on every day. You miss the simple pleasure of taking out a book and reading it.
The centerpiece of the fair was the scholars' vibrant displays, each a creative tribute to the books they read.
And I got into reading a lot lately, and that book, it came to mind.
And he goes through struggles of having to grow up by himself.
He has committed a crime, but because he's so arrogant, he tries to dismiss his crime.
So, comet hits Earth. They all go to sleep. Everybody goes to sleep. They wake up in a new place, but everybody forgets about Earth and everything. And only one girl remembers everything, and she's going to save the world.
Judges engaged with scholars, exploring the stories behind their work. The day concluded with an awards ceremony, honoring scholars for their creativity and hard work.
In Jackson Public Schools, we believe deeply in the power of a growth mindset, that's the idea that with dedication and effort, we can all achieve new heights. So your hard work today shows the success that you've already built, and we're so excited to celebrate your accomplishments.
The JPS District Reading Fair showcased the magic of books and the limitless potential of young minds. It was a celebration of imagination, learning, and joy.
I love to read.
We are having a great celebration at North Jackson Elementary today with Paul Moak Subaru, who
The Jackson Public School Board meeting is now called to order. Board members, we have a quorum. We have all 6 members. Thompson is on the line. Therefore, we have a quorum. We have before us the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Figures has seconded. Mr. Figures has made the motion. Ms. Hilliard has seconded. All in favor? Aye. Aye. The motion carries. Next, we have public. Thank you. Okay. Next, I knew it wasn't crazy. Next, we have public participation. I don't believe we have anyone signed up for public participation. Just will remind the public that the board welcomes comments from the public. Anyone who would like to make public comment before the board should reach out to Ms. Rosalind Williams at roswilliams@jackson.k12.ms.us up until the day of the board meeting, or can arrive in the boardroom before 5:15 to sign up for public comment. We look forward to hearing from the public and welcome comments. Okay, board members, we have before us two items tonight. These are information-only items. I'm very excited that we've got two property proposals before us to hear about. And Dr. Green is going to present this information. So at this point, we will turn it over to Dr. Green. I just want to make one point before we do. Board members, the first item that we will take up is for the repurposing of Poindexter, and we will all be here for that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so we will all be here for that information session. The second item is for Marshall. Mr. Figures and I both have conflicts on that, and so we will recuse ourselves. We will leave the boardroom when that information is presented. We have, and that is the process that our attorney has recommended we follow. All right, Dr. Green.
Thank you. Dr. Sivak, board members, appreciate you all you're making yourselves available for this evening's meeting, the special meeting. We are excited to continue our work, and I'll do a preamble as Mr. Burke is preparing to come to the podium. We're excited to continue this work of repurposing our properties within Jackson Public Schools. The Repurposing Advisory Committee is continuing to do its work along with our consulting firm, Duval Decker, and along with our property brokerage firm, the Estes Group. We continue to have interest both in the way of formal proposals that are submitted through the proposal process that's outlined on our website. So we're excited about that continued interest over time. And just as so that, as well as calls to our brokerage to gain more information about various properties and just to explore opportunities that exist in rethinking the use of the various properties that we have available in Jackson Public Schools. As a reminder to those who might be listening, board members and others, anyone who might be interested in one of our former or closed schools or any parcel of land can go on to our website and click on the repurposing initiative, which is on the landing page, and then from there it'll direct you to the information that we have available there, a listing of properties, an overview of the process, maps, and just a tracking of that work. And so just want to make sure that folks know, and thank you for navigating there, Mr. Johnson, to that web page. For anyone who might be interested, want to make sure that they know that this is the place to go to gain more information and to engage with us through the bid process. On a rolling basis, we are accepting bids for the various properties, and so for anyone who might be interested in a property or to see if one is still available or the one in an award or an area that they might be interested in, you can go to the website and find that information. As Dr. Sivak has already named, we've gotten the two proposals that we're bringing to you tonight, board members, simply for information only, not for action, but for consideration, is a proposal for the Poindexter Middle School property and a proposal for the Marshall Elementary School property. And Mr. Burke will now walk us through each of those. First, the Poindexter.
Thank you, Dr. Green. Good evening, board.
Good evening.
And Happy New Year. The administration recommends the Board of Trustees review the Facilities, Repurposing Advisory, and Evaluation Committee's recommendations regarding proposals submitted for Marshall and Poindexter Elementary Schools and surplus of properties as necessary. In an effort to thoughtfully repurpose, as Dr. Green has mentioned, the surplus properties for Jackson Public Schools, we issued an RFP to solicit interest from individuals and entities seeking to operate in one of these properties. The district has received one proposal by each of the rolling deadlines. The first deadline was September 18th, 2024 at noon, and the second deadline was November 20th, 2024 at noon. In response to that RFP, the evaluation committee has determined that both of the proposals for Marshall Elementary School and Poindexter Elementary School meet the required standards as identified in the evaluation guidance, and we're recommending that those be brought to you for consideration. And you have the documents.
Thank you. We do, Mr. Burke. And could you please provide a summary of each of the projects?
Thank you for that
Page
question.
81.
I'm going to page 81.
And largely, I mean, just part of the reason I want to do this is property is an issue of great interest in our community. Our buildings have been an issue. There's been a lot of interest around how we repurpose these buildings. And it's one of the reasons why we're actually doing this meeting in the boardroom this evening. And so I want to make sure the public has clear sight lines to what exactly the district, the administration is asking the board to review, and assuming there are no issues, to ultimately approve.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I'm trying to navigate my way through this document. This is on Poindexter Elementary. The proposal, as presented, is to repurpose this facility into residential living in affordable housing units, apartments. So there's a lot of information here.
Yeah.
Do we want to ask one of the partners to summarize the?
Yeah, we actually do have the partners here, but I will just give the overview information as shared in the proposal. Actually, no. Why don't we just invite the partners to come on and talk a little bit about the project? So, do we want to have
somebody who's Poindexter?
Either, yeah. Do you want to just say a word about, yeah? Because if not, we'd be reading the proposal to everyone. You could probably say it anymore.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Lee Harper. I'm the chair of the board of the Center for Social Entrepreneurship, and along with our partner, and I'll let Mary Elizabeth introduce herself too.
Sure. I'm Mary Elizabeth Evans with Gulf Coast Housing Partnership.
So the Center for Social Entrepreneur, like you said, we have presented a proposal to you along with Gulf Coast Housing to do affordable housing units in there. And so Elizabeth is going to tell you a little bit more about that, but I just want to talk about a little bit about who we are. We're about an 8 years old organization that was started by our founder, Dr. Bill Cooley, and the Cooley family. And we've been in the area longer than that, of course. I think Dr. Cooley at one time lived in the area. I once lived in the area, actually owned a business in the area. And so as we selected an area of town to be a part of, we really wanted to try to do what we can to make sure that there wasn't a continued de-investment in that area. One of the reasons that you're closing the school is because I'm sorry about that. But one of the reasons that you're closing the school is because we don't have a lot of residents. This area has lost a lot of its residents. And so, of course, for you, that means that there's not going to be a lot of children in the area. And so we wanted to do as much as we can, along with some other activities that we're already doing. We're involved in education and housing. We've already invested in the community. But we also know that there's some things that we just can't do by ourselves, that you need kind of a partnership with the private sector and hopefully with government and as well as the nonprofit world, to actually do the type of redevelopment in the area that we need to get done. But redeveloping that property for us would mean just kind of the initial influx of what we want to see the area to become. We kind of coined the name the I-Village in the area, so we're not just looking to do that particular project. We're also looking at some other projects, and we already have done some work in the area. One is changing the entrance into the community. We've done some work in kind of beautifying that particular area. We've got a young man that did a mural for us, a JSU drum major that you'll see as you come into the community. We have purchased some property, and we also have been donated some properties that we've already cleared, and hopefully at some point we're going to put some housing on those, and at least look for some ways to kind of repurpose that land. And so for us, it's not just taking something and just doing something with it, but it also has a purpose behind it, because we really want to see reinvestment in the area. So I'm going to let Mary Elizabeth to talk a little bit more about the types of things that we hope to do with the property, and then if you have any questions, then we'll be glad to answer that.
Good evening, everyone. Again, I'm Mary Elizabeth Evans. Gulf Coast Housing Partnership is a nonprofit real estate developer that was started after Hurricane Katrina. We work in the region, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, and we've done one project in Texas. We were started to address the affordable housing crisis after Hurricane Katrina, primarily in the Gulf regions of Mississippi and Louisiana, but we've expanded statewide. GCHP has been working in Jackson since 2010. Across our region, we've developed more than 4,200 affordable housing units, and a million square feet of commercial and community space. We have a real concentration in healthcare. About 45% of our community and commercial space has been working with federally qualified health centers. Our development approach is to work in partnership with community-based organizations. We're a regional organization. I'm actually from Jackson, grew up here, a proud graduate of Casey, Chastain, and Murrah. Oh, wow. And I have a daughter at McWillie in second grade. So Jackson Public Schools is near and dear to my heart, and reinvesting in our community here in Jackson is an important part of what GCHP does, and I'm honored and privileged to have the opportunity to work in partnership with organizations like Center for Social Entrepreneurship to help make their community vision a reality. And that's what GCHP is doing in many cases. We've worked with 85 separate partner organizations over our history to help bring their visions to reality. And so Center for Social Entrepreneurship reached out to GCHP last year about their vision for Poindexter, and we've had a conversation for probably the last 9 months about what that vision entails. So we've looked at it. We're a real estate development organization. We are a nonprofit, a mission-based organization, but we focus on the real estate, and we really rely on our partners for the community vision. And so we've, over the months, developed the goal to repurpose Poindexter as affordable housing. We're looking at 25 to 30 apartments there, as well as some community space. And the financing, proposed financing, is to include low-income housing tax credits, as well as state and federal historic tax credits. As you all may be aware, it's a Mississippi landmark building, so we've had conversations with the Mississippi Department of Archives and History about the building. We're planning to meet more in detail. Our proposed architect is Belinda Stewart Architects, who's been working in Mississippi for more than 30 years with a focus on historic buildings. So they have repurposed other school buildings as well. They have done nearby Canton High School, so they bring a lot of expertise to the development. So that's what our proposal entails. Timeliness is important to us because the application for housing tax credits has a March deadline. So that's what we would be working towards. Yep, we're happy to answer any questions. I can just mention a couple of other of our Jackson developments that y'all may be familiar with or interested in. We recently completed the Pearl, which is a project on Highway 80 near Ellis Avenue to repurpose the old Holiday Inn into 76 units of senior housing and a federally qualified health center managed by Jackson Heights Comprehensive Health Center. This is a development that was the vision of Pearl Street AME Church, and they had purchased the property and were looking for a development partner. So that was completed last year. And has been a really, really wonderful transformation. It also involved housing tax credits and historic tax credits and some of the same financing we would use here. We are almost completed with 27 units of housing in the Midtown neighborhood, right along Mill Street, on Bell Street. And we will very soon start construction, well, hopefully next week, start construction on the historic rehabilitation of an area of the Fair Street Historic District. We've also have some property in South Jackson and completed in 2013 some renovations also in Midtown. We're very committed to the city of Jackson and continued investment here, and we're happy to answer any questions you'll have.
Thank you, Ms. Evans and Ms. Harper. In addition to Ms. Evans being an alum and a parent, Ms. Harper is a former school board member, former board president, so just thought I would. I'm sorry, I do have first of all, thank you for the package. I'm really excited about this project. This is exactly the type of project in terms of when we think of repurposing in our community that I think we all envisioned when we started embarking on this effort. Could you, Ms. Evans, provide just a high-level summary of the leverage that will, so you'll purchase this for roughly $400,000, I believe 441, 400, somewhere in there. But there's millions of dollars of additional investment that will go in there. I'm wondering if you could just provide a summary of the capital stack.
Sure. I mean, our estimate is that the development cost would be about $15 million. So our proposal would be to utilize low-income housing tax credits would be the most significant resource, but also state and federal historic tax credits. In addition, we have experience with and would intend to apply for affordable housing program funds. These are funds that are administered by the Federal Home Loan Bank. There's funds through Federal Home Loan Bank of Atlanta and Federal Home Loan Bank of Dallas. So those are what we would expect to be the sources, as well as a private loan. Right now, we actually have several banks that are really interested in this project. In our package, we included a letter from Regions Bank, but several other local banks have expressed interest as well.
Great, thank you. Board members, additional questions, comments?
I really don't have specific questions. I went through the packet of information. I really appreciate the detail, both on the architect, on the history for GCHP, and all the information that CSE provided. And I just do kind of want to echo what Dr. Sivak said, that part of the entire repurposing packet that we put out had a stated preference for creation of affordable housing, and to see that happening, not just happening in one of our buildings, but happening particularly where this school is located. I work down the street, in between Capitol and Amit, and between Lamar and West, right? So I'm very, very proud of the fact that my firm is also a partner for the legal clinic at Stupot, which is like 2 blocks away. So to see this kind of development in that area, it's absolutely needed, and it's almost exceeds what we could ever have even hoped for in the repurposing of some of these schools. So I applaud everything y'all have done here. So
thank you.
All right. Any other? If there's no other comments, again, thank you, board members. We are going to take this up for a vote on Tuesday. I envision the strong support for it. So again, thank you all for bringing this before us, for all the work from the rest of the team that went into pulling it together, and look forward to bringing it up on Tuesday.
We thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, board members. Ms. Hilliard, you weren't here, or maybe you were here. I've got to recuse myself for this next item, so I'm going to turn the meeting over to you. I know Dr. Green will help present it as well.
Okay.
All right, and Ms. Figures, we'll head out.
It was good to see you. At 11. Okay. Dr. Green?
Yes, ma'am. So Mr. Burke will introduce the next item.
As soon as I can sort out my technology, there we go.
And while he's doing that, we have One Voice reps here? No? Okay.
I will endeavor to do a better job this time, sir. So this is the One Voice proposal for Marshall Elementary School. One Voice is a civic engagement nonprofit organization that proposes to transform the vacant Marshall School site into a Renaissance hub. The project will serve as a multi-purpose facility that addresses the immediate and long-term needs of the South Jackson community by integrating housing, disaster response, workforce development, healthcare, and sustainability. This proposal aligns with JPS's objectives by enhancing community well-being and contributing to the financial strength of the district through sustainable programming. The Review Evaluation Committee, since One Voice is not here to speak, I will go a little bit further. Like the Poindexter project, exceeded the standard by which we were measuring. Both projects were exceedingly well written and really met the tried to address the direction that the board was asking us to go. Their approach exceeded our standards. The business case exceeded our standards. In most every area, they exceeded the standards, and you will see that in the backup documentation. Much like Poindexter, the size of the schools are comparative. Poindexter is somewhere around 38,000 square feet. Marshall is around 44,000 square feet. So they're commensurate in size and parking space, and both are conducive for the proposed direction. So that's why the administration is recommending your approval.
One additional point, just for the record. The proposed purchase price for the Marshall building is $441,000.
Okay.
I did have one question, just because I tried to suss it out in looking at the proposal bid pack and couldn't quite make heads or tails of this one piece. In the advisory committee's summary evaluation, on the second page under respondent qualifications, there's a component that says the project does not meet the standard for affordable housing component, but I did see that the project includes a housing component, or at least that's in the mix of things that were listed. And so I was just wondering,
what was that about?
Yeah.
What's the disconnect? It's a combined. I think it's combined use. So Poindexter is obviously for straightforward housing, because they were proposing a number of different things to be in this space.
Just because it's a mixed use.
Yes.
Got it. That makes sense.
Are there other observations or questions, board members? No, I have none.
So,
Dr. Green?
So just to wrap this one, again, we have continued to receive these proposals on a rolling basis. We're excited to have yet another long-term partner in the city, in the community, reaching out and wanting to acquire one of the facilities to do all kinds of work. They've got, as you have seen in the packet, there's quite extensive community service and community services and resources that they're proposing here. We feel good about, again, this proposal and all the benefits to the community, and are hopeful that the board will support this item. There are a few outstanding questions that we're working through legal processing around, and so this item may or may not be ready to come back immediately on Tuesday for action. But as soon as, and assuming we're able to work through those other items, we'll bring it back for board action, for consideration.
I mean, if I could, sorry, I should have said this earlier, but when it comes up for action, I would love to get some specificity. And part of the things that excited me most in reading this is that they're trying to hit on a lot of focus areas. One of those in particular is environmental sustainability. And there's a particular line item within their bid pack on solar energy being one of the primary sources, if not the source, for powering this hub. And I think it would be beneficial just to have information about that, what that process is going to look like, the likelihood of it coming to fruition, because that's something that the community should know and can get on board with, get really excited about. Again, sort of reducing environmental impact on the footprint for our buildings while they're still being put to really great use. That's the whole point. So
We'll take that note and share that feedback with the One Voice team and have them to speak to that.
Great.
Thank you for that observation. I think that would be very helpful. Yes. Are there other observations, comments?
Exciting.
There's nothing for us to do now.
No further?
Yeah.
Dr. Green, are there other
What's that?
Welcome back.
Are there other individuals that are interested that we would be looking at? There are some others.
Yes, ma'am. So there, as you'll recall, there are two other properties that we're in ongoing negotiation, and we're very close. In fact, one I think we're wrapping up even today, and we'll be prepared to bring back to you ones that we've already presented: Wingfield High School and Chastain Middle School. We're excited to continue to and hopefully get to yes on both those. Other properties we've had, we've had interest. Our brokers have shown those properties, and there's been inquiries, and so we're confident that we'll continue to entertain those and respond to any of the proposals that are submitted. We're encouraging folks to submit a proposal.
Yes.
Submit a proposal.
All right. Thank you. Okay, Ed, we turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hood. I will reluctantly grab the gavel. One other question, Dr. Green. I know we also took action to raise 3 buildings. Could you provide an update on that as well?
I'll actually ask our general counsel to join us, and ever ready general counsel to speak to that.
Good evening.
Good evening, Attorney.
So after the board approved the demolition of the 3 buildings, we've been in communications with the Mississippi Department of Archives and History, MDAH, and we filed the notices of intent that we were required to file, but there was some We have to see to get us approved permits until we entered into a meeting with them to discuss our other meetings, our other buildings, that for possible historical designation. So we did have that meeting in December. They have notified us that they'll be presenting our 3 buildings to their board meeting. They have quarterly board meetings. So their board meeting this month, and then there's like a 30-day period for the public to come in. So at their next quarterly meeting in April, we expect to have those permits to demolish those 3 buildings, French, Baker, and Whipple Heights.
Great. Thank you, Attorney Harris.
Yes, sir.
I think part of the reason I wanted to just bring that back up, so that's 7 properties where we'll effectively may take action on over the next several weeks and months. And I know then there will be other proposals that continue to come in. And so it's just a thank you, Dr. Green, to you and your team who've been working to bring these before us. Thank you to the advisory committee who's worked to review proposals. I know we've got partners who are out marketing the properties. And so it's just, I think it's the fact that we've got 7 in this amount of time is evidence that this process is working.
Here. And I'll share the thanks with the team and with our advisory committee. The folks are working really, really hard to get us to the finish line with each of these individual projects. And so excited to be able to present them to you as they come to us, and excited for, not just to close the deal, but for the benefits that will come from those to the community later.
Great, thank you. Well, board members, we do not have anything to consider in an executive session, so unless there are any other items, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Figures has moved. Mrs. Thompson has seconded. All in favor? Aye. The motion carries. Thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.
Our services provide menus, recipes, concepts, and training. One-on-one training in person.
But you guys mimic that today, and I was looking at each and every one of you trying to small talk, and you guys know what you're doing. So I give you guys kudos because I haven't seen this in a long time when we were in school.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff.
We are having a great celebration at North Jackson Elementary today with Paul Moak Subaru, through the Subaru Loves Learning initiative. This is our 4th year to be an Adopt-a-School sponsor of North Jackson Elementary. And what that means is that they will have the opportunity to purchase curriculum and classroom supplies that are big ticket items, above the run-of-the-mill school supplies that are definitely needed. But these are items that will remain in their classrooms for years to come and impact, hundreds of students throughout their duration.
We're very excited about the partnership. Paul Moak Subaru has been our adopters for the last 4 years. They've invested in our community and our teachers. This kind of donation means the most because teachers get a chance to